Hello there, Wipper here, and welcome back to another mod showcase. Today I'm going to be showing you a mod called the Weird MOBS mod, which actually adds weird mobs into the game, and they really are weird. They weren't joking around when they named this mod. These mobs are the weirdest, most insane looking, craziest mobs I have ever seen in Minecraft. They are ridiculous, and the sounds match how ridiculous they are as well. But if we could possibly get 500 likes for this mod showcase, that would be amazing. But let's just get straight into this mod then. So, I'm going to start off by showing you the peaceful weird mobs. These are the mobs that actually spawn when you're in peaceful mode. I better eat some pumpkin pie. There we go. So I'm going to start off with the crazy bird. And let's do this on the beach so you can actually see it better. So here we go. I'm just going to spawn one of these crazy birds. And it looks like a robo chicken or something. And look, that nose is huge. It actually rivals the villagers. There should be like a nose length competition between these and then the villagers. And the villagers are well and truly outclassed. Look at how long this nose is. If that even is a nose. I think it's a nose anyway. But look at this thing. It's like a robo chicken. And it actually makes those kind of sounds that remind me of R2-D2 off Star Wars. If you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm just going to kill this thing and see if it drops anything. And look at that. It makes some kind of like an electric sound as you hit it. But let's hit it again. And then it makes a little ding as you kill it, and it drops nothing currently. Hopefully in the future they'll actually make it drop something, like some kind of gunpowder. I don't even know what it would drop. Probably iron, since it looks like it's made of iron, being a robo chicken or something like that. But what I need to do is actually show you the extra features to do with this mob. So if you hold something in your hand that's valuable, like gold, iron or diamonds, I think it works with, then the robo chicken will actually follow you. And I'm just calling it a robo chicken because that's pretty much what it is. It sounds like one anyway. So it's just going to follow me around. I've got a really long nosed robo chicken with a weird like red spiky thing on its back, and it's just going to follow me around everywhere I go. And if you want to actually get rid of it, all you have to do is just give it some valuable stuff, or just stop holding the item. So you can see I'm stopping holding the item and it's not going to follow me anymore. Or if I just right click on it with the valuable item like diamonds, it gives me a seed and runs off with my diamond. So it removes the diamond from my inventory and gives me a seed in return. Probably not the fairest trade in the history of good trades. I mean, diamond for seed, it's not really worth it, is it? And the whole thing is, it's like a scam artist, because they just run off after they've stole your diamonds. It's like, here, I'll give you a seed for a diamond, bye, you just got fooled. And now I'm trying to make it like a villager sound for a robo chicken. Doesn't really work. But yeah, so that's what the crazy birds do. But next up, let's just move on to the fat fish. Now the fat fish is exactly what you'd think it is. It spawns in water. I can't actually see any of them down here, but if I just spawn one in the water, you can see pretty much it's just a fat looking fish. And I better spawn it on the land so you can actually see it better. This is what it looks like. It's like a little cube thing with some eyes and a very small tail. It's pretty much like a compact silverfish. That's what it seems to look like, or a baby silverfish, or something like that. It's like a baby silverfish, actually. That's what it could be. Look how cute it is. Oh, they're adorable. But anyway, once you kill these, it actually gives you 2 raw fish. I think it actually gives you 1 or 2 raw fish. It just depends on how lucky you are, I suppose. But yeah, so that's all the fat fish does. It really doesn't do anything else. But at least it is actually a new water mob, and you can actually see down there one has spawned naturally. But finally, for the passive mobs, we have the Stickman. And this is literally what you'd expect. It is just a Stickman. So let's just place this thing down, and as you can see, it's a Stickman. They've even got the arms drawn in the wrong place, which has always annoyed me about when people draw Stickmen. They put the arms too low down the body, so it looks kind of like a giraffe with a really long neck. Oh, but it looks like a really happy Stickman. And of course, instead of the circular head, they've made it a cube to fit with the Minecraft theme. But look at this thing. It's not animated, I don't think. Is it actually animated? Yeah, it is. Wow! It even swings its arms and everything. Yay! So yeah, this is the Stickman. And the cool thing about these Stickmen is that if you spawn 2 of them and then feed them books, or just right click on them with books, you can breed them. Yay! Happy Stickmen! Okay, that's a bit weird since they're both men. And yeah, if I think I know what's going to happen now, it's going to be a bit weird. Go on. Am I going to have to spawn another one? Okay, there we go. It's going to happen. Okay, that's a bit weird. And you can see now we've got a baby Stickman baby. Why is it baby twice? It's a double baby. Everyone run away. Hide. Oh, wow. And it looks like it's permanently crying, although it's quite cute. Although it has like... Are those like blue eyes, or is it actually crying? I'm not too sure about that. And it's very small, and it takes, I think, about 4 days, Minecraft days that is, for it to grow up. But if you want to speed up the process, if you really want an adult Stickman that badly, you can just right click on it with paper. And it takes so much paper, it's ridiculous. So you better go and get those reeds and start making paper out of them. But you can see it's taken up about 13 reeds, I think it did. Not reeds, I mean paper. And finally, we've got a fully grown stickman. So that's the mechanics of the stickmen. And let's actually just kill one. I feel really evil now. I mean, I grew it from a child, and waited till it was an adult, then I slaughtered it. That's so evil of me. But yeah, so you can see it actually dropped nothing. They currently don't drop anything. And that's the theme with most of these things most of these mobs in this mod. They don't actually drop anything yet, but in the future, the mod creator has said they're actually going to drop something. So yeah, those are all the passive mobs. So, now let's move on to the aggressive mobs. First up, we have the Fat Man. Really weird mob name, considering it doesn't even look like a man. It's like a cube with massive arms and really small legs. But you can see, as I'm killing it, it doesn't actually drop anything yet, but it's just a real pain. I think it does 1 heart of damage every time it hits you, but it does hit you in quite quick succession. And if you're wondering why I'm not getting damaged, normally it would actually give me 1 heart of damage, but I've got protection 5 armor on, so there's no way I can possibly die from any of these mobs. But yeah, so this is the Fat Man. You can spawn loads of them, and they are just a real pain because they knock you around everywhere, and they're just little pink cubes, and they're really annoying if you actually find them. And they do spawn in caves, so you're going to find these in caves, walking around, and they are actually quite scary to look at. They're just little pink cubes with massive arms. It's like a Diddy version of an Enderman. So yeah, that's the Fat Man. But next up, actually I better eat some pumpkin pie. Nom 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 nom. We've got the Knife Man. So let's just spawn this guy down, and you can see he's like a rotating, spinning disc thing of knives. He's got 4 knives that just spin around, and he does 2 hearts of damage every time he hits you if you weren't wearing any armor. And he's got like fire particles coming out of his head, which is a bit peculiar, but we can just hit this guy. And he makes a really weird sound as well. It's a really eerie, echoey sound. I'm not too keen on it. It's very creepy. You don't want to hear that in a cave. Whoa, that would really spook you out. So yeah, that's what the Knife Man does. And I don't know if you've noticed, but when I actually kill the Knife Man, he either drops 1 or 2 iron swords. So you can see I've got 3 iron swords by killing 2 of these knife men. But I really do love the animation of them. The spinning knives, it's just really cool to look at. But next up we have the Potion Stick. I think it should really be called the Poison Stick because that's what it does. But if I spawn this down, and you can just see it looks like a matchstick with some poison on the end. That's pretty much all it is, and it just follows you around. It's quite slow. You're going to be able to outrun it, as long as you don't actually get poisoned. But you can see it's given me weakness, slowness, and poison. If you're on easy or normal mode, it'll give you 10 seconds of each of the potion effects, but if you're on hard, it's going to give you 30 seconds of potion effects. So that's how it works with the scaling of difficulty. And yeah, when you actually kill it, it doesn't give you anything currently, but maybe in the future it will actually give you something like some kind of potion that you can actually splash on yourself, or some damage potions that you can use on other mobs. But next up we have the Toolman, and again I need to eat. Wow, my hunger's going down so fast. But anyway, next up we have the Toolman, and it's pretty much just a giant version of the Enderman. So let's just spawn this guy down. Look at him. I think I read in the forum topic that he's 5.5 blocks tall. It's a huge thing. Look at it. Wow. Its legs are massive, its arms are massive, and it's got the biggest body I've ever seen in any mob in Minecraft, and it's got 20 health as well. And look at that face. What is it with that face? Is that it looks like some kind of organs, and it's got like matchsticks sticking out for its ears. Now I'm just insulting the poor guy. He's quite an ugly tall man. But let's just kill him and see what he drops. It doesn't appear to drop anything, although I did again read that there's a very small chance that they drop Eyes of Ender. So what I might do is I'm going to spawn down about 5 of them and try and kill them all and see if any of them drop an Eye of Ender, because this could be a really useful way of getting all of the Eyes of Ender required to go to the end. When you actually find one of those portals, and you can fill it up with the Eyes of Ender you actually get from these guys. Come on, die! And hopefully one of them is going to drop an Eye of Ender, but none of them have so far, and I'm taking quite a lot of damage considering the armor I've got. By the way, these guys do 2 hearts of damage, and it appears none of them have dropped anything, but you're going to have to take my word for it. Some of them do actually drop Eyes of Ender. I can't keep doing that all day because it's a very rare drop. But last but not least for this set of mobs, we have the Vest Creeper. Now this one is really cool. I love the model of this, and the textures as well. No, get away, get away. Look at it. It's got like some kind of explosive device strapped to it, and it's got a picture of itself. Wow, it's like a selfie, and it's exploded. Wow, and you can see the massive size of the craters these guys make. It's a humongous crater. I think it said in the topic that their explosions are 3 times that of a normal creeper. So yeah, you don't want to meet one of these in a dark alley. It's just going to blow you up. It's a very aggressive mob. You really don't want to come across it. But let's just spawn loads of these because I like destruction and explosions, and I want to make the biggest explosion possible. So let's just spawn like four or five of them, and wow, it seemed like once one of them had exploded, it killed the rest of them, so we didn't get like that epic explosion that I was expecting, but still, that's pretty damn big crater compared to normal creepers. So yeah, that's the vest creeper, and let's actually see if you can actually kill it. By the way, these guys have 25 health, whereas normal creepers only have about 15, so it's going to be harder to kill these guys, and I don't think I'm going to be able to kill it because they just explode too fast. And look how big that crater is! Wow! I don't think I'm going to be able to kill that unless I had the most overpowered sword ever with like sharpness 5 on it. You'd have to do 25 damage in one hit to actually kill the thing. Or use your bow. I didn't think of the bow actually. Range is probably the best way to deal with this thing. Okay, 2, 3, yes, I killed it! And it's actually dropped 2 TNT and the sand I must have picked up, but it's dropped 2 TNT. So if you want some TNT, you can kill those vest creepers and get direct from it TNT instead of having to get the gunpowder and then craft it together with some sand. But let's just turn it back to daytime so I can move on to the final load of mobs. So there's only 2 mobs left in this mod, but first up we have the walking radio, and these make one hell of a racket. They're so loud. So let's just spawn this guy down. And look at him, it's just making some kind of static sound or like receiving signal sound, and it looks like some kind of hypnotic symbol there, and a spinning cube, I don't know, and look at that, you can listen to the music, yeah. And they play random songs from time to time. I think there's about 5 different tunes it plays, and here's another one. It's a bit of a lower pitch to the one we just heard, and it likes swimming in water. I don't think radios and water mix, that's probably not a good thing. What is that sound? It sounds like some kind of music box, which is like broken. But yeah, so these guys, they spawn in packs of like 4 or 5, and when you spawn loads of them, it's a complete racket. Just listen to it. Oh, it's wow, all those clashing of beats. Oh, it's awful. So yeah, those are really bad to meet in the wild because they're just so annoying, and you have to try and find the source of them to kill them and get rid of that horrific sound. But last but not least, we have the Wither Creeper, and yes, I have saved the best till last because this thing is so aggressive and so hard to kill, and it does so much damage as well, which is why I've actually got such overpowered armor, because this thing is just death. If you don't have good armor, it's just gonna annihilate you. And if I spawn it, it looks like some kind of weights, you know, those things that you lift. Yeah, what else would you do with the weights? But anyway, it's like got a little rod between 2 wither heads, and it's pretty much a miniature wither. It has 50 health, and it just barrages you with wither skulls in a similar fashion to what the wither does, and they just explode on contact with you, and it also gives you wither too. I think that's the same as what the wither gives you as well. But ideally I want to kill this guy and make sure he doesn't go in the water, and you can see he's spamming me with loads of wither skulls, and he's just so overpowered considering look at my armor, and see he's actually doing damage to me, and no, he's falling in the water. Let's try and get him. I hate it when he falls in the water because it's really hard to get him. What happened there? Did he drop anything? No, he didn't. But anyway, when you actually kill these guys, there's a small chance... Oh, can I get out of this water? Yes. There's a small chance that they'll drop something called a nether star piece. And if you get 4 of these, you can actually go ahead and craft a nether star with it. So you don't actually have to go and kill the wither. All you need to do is go and locate some of these wither creepers and then kill them. And I believe they spawn in the nether. I'm not too sure about that, but I think they do, along with the wither skeletons, that is. So you're going to have to go to the nether anyway. But once you've actually killed a few of these and obtained some nether star pieces, you just combine it with a diamond in this kind of pattern, and then you'll get a nether star. But let's just spawn loads of them and see if I can actually defeat them all. Look how loud it is. It's ridiculous. Oh, and in a similar fashion to what the normal withers do, they will actually go around your world chasing after other mobs in the game, peaceful ones that is, and destroying them. And look at that, they're going after the squids. Finally, annihilate the squids, kill them all. It's like some kind of epic battle scene in the water. They're killing all of the squids. All the squids are dying. Well, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to kill them, because once they go in the water, they don't generally manage to get out. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is the Weird Mobs mod. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to smash that like button. It really does help out. And as always, I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.